World. What's up, everybody? This is Malcolm, A.K.A. Mr. Awesome. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a good weekend. We are getting ready for MLK weekend. And I wanted to share with you guys, which I think are the most important movies and TV shows y'all should watch on Dr. Martin Luther King. I will recommend these top 10 personal favorite of my favorite MLK personal favorite films. Okay, at number one, I would recommend you guys watch the movie Selma. Selma, definitely a must-see film. Takes place during the 1965 Montgomery boycott and buses. Also, amazing cast is in the movie. The song "Glory" by Common and John Legend, definitely a cult classic. That it even won an Academy Award. But I would recommend y'all watch the movie Selma first. Secondly, one of my personal favorite Martin Luther King films of all time, Our Friend Martin. The reason why I say this one is because I remember back in elementary school, my teacher, they would make us watch this movie every day during Martin Luther King weekend and during Black History Month. Definitely a good film. It's really about a kid named Miles who goes back in time to see what Martin Luther King's life was like. But then again, he soon realized what's more important to keeping his legacy alive and all the rest of his legacy. But other than that, our friend Martin. Another one of my favorites at number three, I would recommend y'all watch the movie King. This movie is basically about it's a mini series that started the late actors Paul Winfield and Cicely Tyson. Paul Winfield was Martin Luther King. Cicely Tyson was Coretta Scott King. It's definitely a good film. I remember we watched this movie back all the time doing Martin Luther King. And true story, anytime they would play the movie, they told everybody to stay in class because they won't let anybody leave class because they would think they will avoid class not to watch the movie. So I would recommend the movie King. King. It's on YouTube, by the way. At number four, I would recommend you guys watch Betty and Carissa. Definitely a must see. This movie stars Mary J. Blige and Angela Bassett. They come together after the death of their husbands, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, by the way. Definitely watch this one because this is definitely a good film. Another one of my personal favorites. I'm a huge fan of documentaries. I would recommend you guys watch I Am Martin Luther King Jr. Definitely a documentary that focuses on the life of Martin Luther King and his days growing up. And it's definitely a good film. Featuring interviews from John Lewis, Reverend Al Sharpton, people who knew Dr. King, some of his family members are still living today. I would recommend y'all watch this movie. Another one of my other favorite films is called Eyes on the Prize. It's a documentary. I remember PPS, they used to air this all the time on television, and we used to watch it in school all the time. I would recommend you guys watch Eyes on the Prize. It's also on Amazon Prime, by the way, and y'all learn much about the civil rights movement and the historic of it. I know I said I'm putting all these lists, but I'm not going to put them in order, but I'm just going to tell you what y'all should watch anyway. Another one, Martin Luther King and the FBI Files. Definitely a must see. This focuses on Martin Luther King's days with the focuses on his career, but the FBI really wanted to stop him from his activities. J. Edgar Hoover, who didn't like Martin Luther King, considered him as a threat to America. They tried to disinvolve him in all his activities. Definitely a good documentary. I would recommend that one. Another one of my other Martin Luther King documentaries I will watch is Four Little Girls. Definitely y'all should watch this one. This focuses on the four little girls that was killed at the historic 16th Street Baptist Church bombing at the Baptist Church in Birmingham. I really recommend you guys y'all watch this one because it's definitely a must see. You can find this one on Amazon Prime, by the way. And also another movie, another Martin Luther King film I recommend you guys watch is called Boycott. This really focuses on Martin Luther King's days when he's trying to protest the Montgomery bus riders and the Freedom Riders. A little similar to the movie Selma, but this one's a little different. But other than that, I recommend y'all watch all these movies, know the history of Martin Luther King's legacy, and y'all go to the museums. And then another thing I encourage everybody to do is to get out there and volunteer on Martin Luther King Day. Go read some books, read library to kids, because maybe this weekend, I'm gonna be at the Martin Luther King. I'm gonna be at the Civil Rights Institution downtown Birmingham this Monday. So maybe I'm gonna bring y'all some footage of what we do for a living and what I'm doing for volunteering. But other than that, that's all I wanted to tell you guys. Y'all have a good Martin Luther King weekend. Keep his legacy alive. Long live the dream, and happy birthday, Dr. King. So y'all stay tuned and let's get started, and long live the dream. Bye bye. This is Malcolm, A.K.A. Mr. Awesome, and y'all take care.